I think we learned our lesson that if you aren't feeling recording, then don't. So yesterday,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you did say no because like
Yeah.
it sucks for both people when you're like not into it.
Right. It does. And then it's just like a bitch to edit.
Still haven't listened to that episode that came out today.
You're gonna hate it.
I'm
I'm
not
just
going to.
kidding. No, you won't. I think you would be pleasantly surprised based off of how you're remembering it,
Yeah, my
but
feelings inside.
you would be annoyed that I started it off with you singing probably.
Oh no, what was I saying?
You started out waiting all day for Monday night.
One time my dad said, I can't believe you guys like actually like sing on it. And then somebody else has said, like, I got a couple comments like, actually, you guys are like really great singers. And I'm like, we're not trying. It's a jokey sing
Yeah,
voice.
it's
I just
more
need
of
to
a
like,
jokey thing, but I thank you so much.
yeah. Actually, I saw your like little whatever that horse YouTube
Oh
thing is
yeah.
that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Still don't know what it is. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, you kind of killed it on that.
But did I really?
Yeah, you're like,
The
"Taste
last
of
part,
the
I was annoyed at
raisins."
myself.
Tastes just like raisins. That's all
It
I
tastes
remember from
just
it.
like raisins.
Just like sing-songy talky. But you guys should hear
Yeah.
our real voices because they're really, really fantastic. Like they're so good. Like when we really record our actual songs that our albums are on, you
I'm
should
just
hear
like
them.
you.
Just like you,
You're just like
you're
me.
just Lexie. We carry through.
We carry
Carry
through.
through. No one will care about that, but
We should post the original sometime just so
I
they know
know.
that we've been doing this our whole damn friendship, technically.
Okay, so if you're new to this podcast, we are millennials from the Midwest, specifically Iowa, and we have been friends. I guess Facebook said for 17 years, but I think it's been longer than that because I think
Oh,
we
yeah.
became friends in what, 2003 ish?
Something like that. I mean, technically, we sat at the same lunch table in junior high, but
Yeah, but we were
it
friends.
probably wasn't until, I mean, and if you follow us on Instagram, you know the handbell choir story now.
Still not friends. That's how
But
we became aware
summer
of each other.
summer going into freshman year was when the friendship blossomed, when we were both in softball. And I remember you came home from junior high. You came home from school with me one day, one of the
Because we
last
were
days
going
of
to
school,
softball
because we were
practice.
going to softball practice. And I was just like, damn, this bitch is weird, but I kind of am into it. Like,
I think that everyone in my life can confirm that that's what they still think of
yeah.
me.
I was pleasantly surprised, I'll say, because you were always like painted as like just um an honor student is how I would describe you.
Like a
Back
goody
then, like, that
two-shoes.
was my perspective of you because I had never talked to you before. You were in, like, the smart classes, and, um, the few times we interacted, you
Came off as such.
yeah.
And
I mean, we
remember
were always
last
fine. You were always fine. I just didn't know that you, like, could actually be fun.
oh my gosh, Fawn is my middle name.
Oh my goodness.
That's so silly. Oh, I'm like on one right now. So I'm
You guys,
currently
she's not blushing, she's sunburnt, okay?
yes, I'm sunburnt. Yesterday was the YP Open in West Des Moines for West Young Professionals. I got like a big Super Bowl ring prize for getting the longest drive.
That's awesome, Maddie.
I know. It was
Out
so
of
much
girls
fun.
and guys or for girls?
Well, just women's, but I wasn't gonna
Wha
like say that. But you know what?
Okay,
It is women's.
sorry for bringing that, um
It was, but I don't know where the guys was, so I'm sure they would have outdriven me by quite a bit. But
yeah, but it's okay. I mean, that's still very impressive for someone that golfs, what, maybe once, twice a year on a regular basis?
yeah, I say twice a year. Sometimes like this year, that was my third, you know. So
Wow. We've come a long way since high school golf.
yeah, yeah, where we probably golfed 3 times total before we
Oh,
decided
yeah.
not to do it anymore.
We quit/got fired, it's hard to say.
Yeah, yeah, we yeah. Long story. If you want to know more, you don't.
Let us know if you want a history podcast episode of the friendship of Malb,
Mal,
which is
that's our band.
another which is another
So,
story.
anyways,
All right, anyways,
we've been
fuck
doing this and we've been making videos. And back in the day, they were YouTube videos.
we had YouTube
This
videos.
was 2004, 2005, because it was like freshman homecoming week is when we first initially started coming up with these videos. Do you remember that?
Yes, and we would freestyle. That was like our thing.
Yikes. I wasn't going to say that, but because it's a little embarrassing, but we sure did.
So that brings us to high school dances. We have attended quite a few together, Maddie.
I don't even, okay. This is going to be a really difficult episode for me. Number one, we've talked about this a million times. Lexie's memory, she has the memory of, wait, I was going to say a goldfish, but I think I'm the goldfish one. I have
Yeah.
no memory of anything. And then she has the best memory ever. I only remember I remember walking into literally one or two dances ever. I think I've gone to like two.
They kind of are a blur to me now, but I specifically remember freshman homecoming with you. That's the
I
real one.
I do too. And we recorded our first video right before that.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, this wasn't even like, we haven't talked about this beforehand.
No.
This is just coming on. Like, I'm just remembering that. Like, so it's actually kind of divine that this is where we're headed.
Divine timing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I love it. This was hard too because I feel like I had a hard time separating middle school from high school. I remember way more about high school, I think.
I remember so much more about middle school dances. I think at that point in life, I had more school spirit. So I
Mm,
attended them and was excited.
yeah.
I was just exploring friendships and exploring socialization in a what do you call that, like a co-ed or a co-ed
Yeah.
way for the first time in middle school, so my mind was expanded for the first time, so I think that's why I remember those moments so much. But
That's hilarious. You're like, am I kind of enjoying myself?
yes, yeah, I remember getting ready. Middle school and high school dances were like the event, at least middle school for me. We spent all weekend thinking about how the dance was going to go, who we were going to hang out with, who you were going to dance with. And you weren't just going to a dance, it was your chance to become the main character of maybe seventh or eighth grade.
Exactly. So today we're unpacking the chaos of the 2000 school dances. The music, the fashion, the drama, until your friend's mom picked you up in the minivan, which it was probably my mom picking us up in a Subaru, actually.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But first, we always try to skip this. What are you mad about this week, Maddie?
I don't think I've gone first in a very long time.
I
So
don't think you have either. So let's switch it up.
I am mad. I'm not mad. I'm excited. So tomorrow I'm going on a week-long trip. One of my great friends, Sarah, is getting married. She lives in Colorado in the mountains outside of Denver. And so we have a week-long trip planned. We leave at 5 a.m. tomorrow. If you could look behind my screen right now, what I'm looking at is chaos. It is tree bags. It is piles of clothing for everything that we need to do. I won't encounter a washing machine for the entire week. We have some hikes planned when we're up there. So I'm going to get sweaty and gross. And so I just have like tons of different outfits that you
Hmm.
can't count on getting washed again. So I have to have this all packed up by the end of the night. I'm kind of stressed about it, but I'm also excited. But I'm mad that like it takes so much to get packed up for a trip
Yeah.
that is active, but then there's some casual events, but then there's like a wedding event. So you have to pack all three different situations for a week.
And it's a lot. And you like thrive on being a light packer. So this is probably extra difficult for you.
Yes, I have a small suitcase, I have a backpack, and then I have, what else is over here? That's it. And then another small backpack, but just for like day trips or day hikes or whatever. But yes, I'm just
Yeah.
stressed. Sorry if I feel stressed during this podcast episode because all I'm thinking about is the shit I'm looking at behind my computer screen right now.
I'll piggyback off of your Mad because part of the reason Maddie is stressed out tonight is my fault. I was gone for work all week and got home yesterday and pretty much like hours before we recorded, I was like, dude, I cannot. I am exhausted. I was working third shift throughout the week. And I had a
Ooh,
similar situation, Maddie, that I was both going into the corporate office, but also going into a food processing plant at night. So I had to pack very different outfits and
mhm.
yeah, definitely wasn't going to get to wash anything. So checking a bag for a work trip just feels so unnecessary to me. And I had to do it though. I had to bring a hard hat. I mean, you guys don't know work Lexi.
Wow, hard hat girl. I did see your picture. It looked great on you.
Oh, thank you. It's really hard to fit the hair in the hairnet, but we work it out. Anyways, my mad though is that I feel like I travel very frequently at this point and I have it down so I can like the day of I pack quick, I get out the door. I'm always flying out of Madison or Moline, so it's super quick. You don't have to be there too early. And for some reason, when I was flying out on Sunday, nothing was aligning for me with packing or anything. Then I finally get on the road feeling late and I'm 30 minutes out and I'm like, ooh, I don't think I checked a bag. Like I like doing it prior to getting there. And I reach into my bag where my credit card and my ID are, and they're not there.
Are you serious?
And then I remembered, I mean, I use my phone for everything now, for paying for everything even. So I realized I switched my cards when I went out to dinner. I used a different purse. And that was Thursday. And now here we are Sunday. Haven't touched either of them since. And yes, they're not there. So I had to turn around, go back and get it. I'm hauling ass to the airport.
Oh
And
my
now the
god.
airport is very, strict on if you're checking a bag, it has to be done 45 minutes prior to your flight. And I roll in and they're just like, I'm just at 45 minutes. They're just starting to board the plane, which I had no fear that I wouldn't get through security fast enough. It's a small airport, but I'm waiting in line to drop my bag. And thank God I did prepay for my bag because I went to the station, printed off the label and put it on my bag. So when I got up to the counter after waiting for people, I was just under 45 minutes. And she looked at me and she's like, "You're going to have to reschedule your flight." And I was like, "What?" She goes, "Or your bag's just not going to go with you. It's up to you." And I was just like, um, ma'am, it's like just under 45 minutes. They're still boarding. Like, I don't know. And then she looked down and saw the tag on the bag. She's like, "That's weird that they let you print the tag though." And she was like, "I'll try to put it through, but I can't make any promises, but you go ahead and get through TSA." And thank God, got through TSA quickly
So you weren't
when they
even
were
sure when you got to the
no,
baggage
I
claim if
didn't
your
know.
bag
And
was gonna
like
be there.
I was in such a hurry that when I was printing the tag for my bag, you know how it allows you to put a phone number in so you can track it? I skipped it
No, I didn't
because
know that. I
well,
would
you don't
never do
check
that.
bags.
I
But
check
yeah,
bags.
so you can but I skipped that because I was trying to get through things so fast. So then when I got there, I walked up, they were boarding, but there's another person standing there and I was like, "Excuse me, can you either A, tell me if my baggage made it on the plane or B, help me figure out how to like add tracking to the app because I have no idea if my bag is coming with me or not." And luckily, right before I got on, he was like, "It's on the plane. You're good." Oh, and then thank God, yeah. It was just a fiasco. So, that was
I
a
only
long
know
story, but
I only know the 45-minute situation because I've been there, but
yeah.
I arrive at the airport 45 minutes before the flight most of the time, but I learned my lesson one time, and so that's how I know that. But who do you fly?
Delta when I go to Atlanta.
Okay, that's like their hub, right?
Yeah, so a week of traveling for us. We laughed because Maddie said she always has a trip right when I get home, and we're always trying to scramble to plan when we're gonna record and
Yes.
fun.
But I did not
Life
mind
makes it
that you
fun.
rescheduled yesterday at all. I think when I got your text, I was at the, like, awards dinner for the golf outing or whatever, and when you texted me that, I was like Oh, hell yeah. I'm kind of thrilled that she doesn't want to do it today. But yeah,
So yeah, guys, recording a podcast isn't always sunshine and rainbows, okay?
yeah, it's so much work.
So we don't even enjoy this. Just kidding. But I
No,
will
we don't.
say that Maddie's coming in hot today, like she said. So she veered from our outline we had put together that she put together that specifically said to tailor your mad to school dances.
Oh, no, no, no. That wasn't even a piece.
But I have one, and it would be a good segue.
Okay, let's hear it.
So, when I was thinking about the worst part of school dances, this was the first thing that came to my mind.
What?
I'm mad about the smell of 2000s dances.
Okay, tell me more because, again, your memory must serve you very well. What did they smell like?
It wasn't just sweat, it was the smell of burnt tanning bed skin mixed with dresses and button-down shirts that have never once been washed. And so, like, there wasn't even, like, softener, like
No, you
laundry
ripped
detergent smell.
the dudes probably ripped the tags off and just put that shit right on.
Oh, they ripped the tags off and just smothered themselves in Axe. So
Oh
there's, like,
no, that
Axe,
creamy.
sweat, burnt skin, and, yeah, layers of sweaty polyester at every dance. You don't remember that smell? I
I
still remember jumping around, dancing, but just smelling
I
the
remember
worst
smelling Axe
concoction.
all the time in middle school
Yeah.
and high school, and it's like it's actually was like it was kind of creamy and good in low doses, but these dudes were not
They
regulated,
did too
and they
much.
were all wearing it, so it was like a
Mhm.
cloud. And the girls, if I remember correctly, the big perfume at the time, and I get sick when I smell it to this day, was like the Britney Spears Curious. And it's so
Ooh, I
powdery
forgot about
smelling and
that.
disgusting to me. Or the Paris
Yeah.
Hilton pink one. Do you remember that one? Yeah.
No, but I remember Curious. I definitely remember Curious.
So that's kind of the two smells during that time. And oh, one, I just came to mind. Remember the Lucky brand pink bottle?
Yes, I
That was
do.
good. I kind of want to smell that again.
Yeah, there are a handful. Like, I think I would still fuck with Hollister perfume. That was one that would give me happy memories.
I agree. My business partner in our old office actually still wears Abercrombie Fierce, and he had it in the bathroom at work. And whenever I wanted to like freshen up, sometimes I would put it on me because it's kind of like a unisex
Yeah,
smell,
yeah,
and it
mhm,
still holds up. It is still great. People are still wearing it.
yeah. I love those smells, but it was like the burnt skin for me, like the tanning smell, because
Oh, I
that was our generation was terrible with fake baking.
yes. What was your go-to little shape that you would put on your little, what do you call it, a hip bone? Remember all the girls would go tanning before the school dances
Yeah.
and they had their little sticker mark. What was yours? Did you have one?
I would take the hearts, I don't know if you remember this, but the hearts
Mhm.
had, like, the outline of the heart and then the center of the heart, and I would peel the outline of the heart out and not use the center, but I would take 2 of them and kind of overlap them a little bit, so it was like a infinity heart thing almost, and put
I'm
that on my hip, and
dead.
then one time before I knew how naughty it was, I did a tramp stamp with that too, and Maggie never lets me hear the end of it whenever we reminisce on the old tanning days.
Like you would look at your back in the mirror and like stick it right on your
Hey, at least I didn't do the Playboy bunny. Whoever did Playboy bunny stickers back in the day,
How are
where are
you
you at
doing?
now? Amazing.
Yeah, that was
What
just
was
not an
yours?
option. I did the outline of the heart. But I did not get as creative as you. But imagine when you said
Typical.
that, I was just thinking, imagine how much fucking time we had on our hands to be able to like think about this shape and like how you
Mhm.
sat there to create like a different shape. Like, aren't you just trying to like if you were to go tanning nowadays, which you're not, but like, wouldn't you just want to
Yeah.
be like, let's get in and out? Like, I'm not gonna fuck
Yeah.
with the sticker.
No, because it was a bragging right to have the most prominent sticker because that meant you were tan AF and you wanted you wanted to show what color you really were versus what color you made yourself.
Yes. And I remember like all the popular girls back in the day, like the most sought after beautiful ones were like white teeth and dark, dark tan and bleach blonde. These were the days of, the
Mhm.
Paris Hilton in 2002, 2003. And those were the cool people. And so we were like shamelessly emulating them at every
Yeah.
step.
Yeah, and then there was us. I was always just bright red. I was
Yeah,
never
but
tan.
yeah, same because we just don't. I mean, we're white.
We don't
We don't-
tan.
we're like German, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. So, we tried, but alas,
yeah, just always red. Like, look
it was
at
always
this
red.
is me. This is me after getting burnt. This is just tan to me.
Yeah. You do look tan though.
I'm red.
Okay. Well, on here,
I'm
you
also
can
wearing
let
white.
everyone think you're tan. But anyways, so that was a great kickoff to diving deeper into these 2000 stances now that we're 25 minutes in.
Yeah, we said we were gonna make this quick, but I didn't realize how much this would just like roll so easily off of the
I
tongue.
know. It's just rolling off of the tongue.
Okay, let's set the scene. Okay,
Let's
I
do
I
it.
I don't know how we want to talk about this because middle school and high school did seem like there were a couple of differences to it, but
I feel like, well, but you have an opposite perspective. I feel like we talk high school, but if we have a middle school thing to bring up, we just know like this was in middle school.
yes. Okay, so I'm
Okay.
gonna lead with why I didn't go to high school dances. I am not proud of this now, but there was a time when I was too cool for school. Quite literally, like, I would skip school, and high school dances were not my thing. I went to, I think, freshman homecoming with you. We both well, you got ditched by your date. I ditched my date to
Wow.
go with you.
Thank you so much.
I mean, I'm just gonna lay out the facts. There's no, judgment here.
I think him and I ditched each other because I was terrified to be with that man, anyways.
Right? Like, you had no business actually going and hanging out with that person, but
No. Oh, I mean, we were supposed to go on a double date and the other couple broke up. And then immediately I was like, I don't want to go with him anymore. Like, I don't want to be one on one with him.
yeah, like, you were just so young and impressionable, and
Scared.
this person was, like, kind of like, uh, I don't know, a little
A
more
whore.
advanced, um, a little advanced, sexually,
Yeah.
experimentally, like, just
Hmm.
not yeah, if I was, like, your mother,
Yeah.
I would not let you go to this dance with this
I don't think she met him at that point.
great person now, but just, like, at the time, like
Yeah. Terrifying to me as just
mhm,
like an inexperienced freshman. He was
mhm.
a grade older than us. But anyways, yeah, ultimately we decided to meet at the dance and that didn't go well either. But anyways, please proceed.
So, anyways, that is why I only remember going to that homecoming dance and then a couple Sadie's dances with like you and like my friend Bethany and just a couple other girls. But I
Mhm.
never have been to prom. I've never been on a date to go to a dance. So that's
Yeah.
my dance history.
That's interesting. I don't know. Like I always had boyfriends. It was always group settings though. Group dates were the thing.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't know. I just wouldn't know.
Yeah, so I guess I did go on group dates a lot. I technically had a date for these dances. I feel like I never stayed long at dances. There was always something better to do after the fact. Um so showed up late, left early type of thing, but I
Hmm.
did go to quite a few.
Yes, by high school, the dance isn't about the dance.
Yeah, but before the dance happens, we have a lead up to it.
What's that?
Uh it's like Spirit Week.
I barely remember any of that either. This is so bad. I just don't.
I remember always half-assing it. I was one of the like, when Spirit Week was happening too, I was in volleyball, so a lot of times when we had games, we had to wear specific clothes to school to
Mhm.
show people a game was happening, but I also remember being a little bit too cool, and I think that was the big separation was clash of the school spirit versus we're too cool for this.
I agree. But then there were some times when I'll never forget. One time for some reason I dressed up as a guy the week of Spirit Week. I think I was like David Beckham for like I don't know if we had to dress up as like a sports person or something. I wrote in a
Wow, what a
journal about
choice.
it, which is how I remember it, but I would never
Oh
have
my
remembered it
god.
otherwise.
And then there's buying the outfit.
Yes, depending on the dance. I do remember Sadie Hawkins dances were kind of fun because you would
Yeah.
usually, and if you weren't going with a guy, which I feel like most people went in groups of girls and stuff, and
Mhm.
we would wear like somewhat of matching outfits. I don't know if you remember, I posted that photo of like a jean skirt with a belt and like a big chunky necklace. That was a Sadie Hawkins dance attire.
Yeah.
You have a hilarious photo with Molly and Marie, and that was a Sadie
Yeah.
Hawkins dance.
I had on because like those sequins were a big thing. So I had on a maroon tank top with gold sequins on it and a jean skirt, but then I matched one of the gold sequin belts to go over the skirt and the tank top. And yeah, I was pretty classic for that time.
Okay, so I have a funny flashback from middle school, going back to middle school dances. Middle school dances, everybody pretty much wore a mini skirt. And at the time, Aeropostale, Hollister, Abercrombie were super hot. And you would wear a mini skirt with a polo on top because there
Mhm.
was a dress code that you had to adhere to. So you just followed suit and wore a skirt and polos. My brother and his friends, he actually commented and replied back to one of our stories and said, one of his most embarrassing things that he looks back and laughs at. This is Mitch Speltz. He looks back at and laughs at is that he, my brother, and their friends all went to Aeropostale. Am I saying that correctly? Some people say
Yeah.
Aeropostale. I don't know.
I say Aeropostale. Let's just say Aero.
Arrow. Our where we grew up said Aeropostale. Could be incorrect. We also call things Aldi's, Walmarts. So who
Yeah.
knows if it's correct.
So
But
whatever.
they all went out, bought the same exact polo. It was like blue and pink and white striped, he said. And then I think like khakis or something. And they all showed up wearing the exact same outfit to this dance. And I still did not ask him if it was on purpose or not. But I do feel like this was something that was very common. There was 100% chance that someone else at that dance was going to be wearing the exact shirt that you were wearing. Because what? There was like 5 colors of shirts at those 3 stores.
Yeah, I read that and I took it as they meant to do it. And that's what's extra
Shame.
embarrassing about it.
They were
It was pink.
shameless.
It was pink. Because remember back then, the pink polos were the cool thing. They probably had some big diamond earrings in too.
Oh, the CZ,
Losers.
the CZ earrings, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a hot little middle schooler with some CZ earrings and a cool little pink polo. Oh, and a little swoop of the bang, like a long shaggy look. Hell
Oh,
yes.
that was it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine, Catherine messaged me when I shared the post, and it was a little cartoon of what could have been us. And she commented that the jean skirts that we were wearing in the cartoon were way cooler than the Hollister ones that would get completely turned around while grinding. I was like, wow, thank you for that memory unlock, honestly.
Ugh, I seriously remember having a couple friends come over, getting ready for the middle school dance. You were so full of hope, like, during the slow dance, am I gonna get asked to slow dance tonight with
Yeah.
my crush? And like it was so sweet and innocent, yet like you were like you were like just introduced to boys and stuff a little bit. Like it was the first time that you
Mhm.
were really like having a mixed experience.
Yeah, and it was your shot to show someone you were interested in a really
Hmm.
organic way versus having to write them a note. I don't know.
Yeah, I seriously just remember like getting ready for the night and like the possibilities were endless of what was going to happen that night.
So, since you never had a date, you never received a corsage, have you?
No, 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 not at a dance.
Did I say corsage? I
You
meant a
you did,
corsage.
but you know you're from Dubuque. I didn't know if that's like how you guys just say it.
No, you guys, as if you're not one of us. A corsage. I thought corsages, I always hated it. I always thought it was so cringy. And now they do bouquets, Maddie.
What?
The girls have bouquets of flowers they carry around to the dances now.
Oh my God. Do you know what they do in the South?
What?
In the South, they have these huge things that they put over their necks, and it looks like this big ribbon, and they stick like teddy bears and stuff all over it and flowers. What
What
are
is
they
the
called?
purpose?
It's essentially like their corsage.
And it covers up their whole outfit?
Hold on. Teddy bear homecoming. Oh my gosh. Mums. Okay. So in the South, they have homecoming mums, and they're these huge looking ribbons that literally take over your whole torso. The bigger and more like valiant it looks, the better it is, essentially. So it's a flower, usually a chrysanthemum arrangement, worn on the front of the body. You have to look this up because it's crazy. But
Okay. Well,
the
I don't
mums,
like it covers up their dress.
yes, pretty much. But I think, yeah, they're huge.
The exchange of the corsage was always very awkward for me. Like, what are you supposed to say? They hand it over to you in this little plastic container and they're like, here you go. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And then they take pictures of them sliding it on your wrist,
Yeah.
like an engagement where you're sliding a finger. Like, who the fuck came up with this?
Like these 14-year-old dudes had anything to do with buying these, by
No,
the
their
way.
mommy did.
This 14-year-old dude has this flower in his hand and is like, here you go. Not really sure what to do
Yeah.
with this.
My mom picked this up for you.
Yeah. And they probably said just that.
Right. I'm so glad that part of my life is over. Moving on. So we get to the venue, also known as the gym.
Oh my God.
What do you remember?
I've only been to like one high school dance. The theme of our freshman year homecoming was, I believe, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Everything was like brown, which is a
Yeah.
terrible color.
But I remember the shirts for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
They were like brown.
It was there just brown apparel.
The theme was a world of pure imagination. That's what it was.
Interesting.
That was like the song that they played at the
Yeah.
dance was a
Yeah.
world of pure. What the
A
fuck? You couldn't come up
world
with
of
anything better
pure
than that?
imagination.
That's the best you could do.
Yeah.
Thank you, student council or whoever the
But
fuck you
also,
were.
Maddie, I didn't know who the fuck did everything for these dances.
Student
So
council.
good for I know I feel so stupid now looking back. At the time, I was just like I just show up and I'm like everything magically happens. So thank God for student council for actually doing something because I did nothing. Like I did
Yeah.
nothing.
Thanks, Jenny Lent. Thanks,
Yeah.
Holly. Those are the
Yeah.
two people I remember. Chad Phillips
Same.
might have been on that.
I don't know.
Shout out.
But yes, I was thinking about that today. I would just like didn't even care how it happened. I just go there and have no sort of appreciation for anyone that did anything.
What's so funny is like looking back, I definitely should have been on student council.
You
I
should have.
definitely should have been class pres. I definitely should have planned all these dances because now I'm critiquing them and I apologize.
You didn't do that even in junior high?
No, that I was too scared. My
But you
confidence
did the
came later.
you did the news in the morning though.
Yeah, I was so busy. I was booked and busy. I didn't have time for student council. I was the news anchor on the news every morning.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yeah,
feel bad.
it was a busy time.
I don't know why I'm asking you this because we've already talked about that. Your number of dances are very limited. But have you ever showed up like on time for a dance and been one of the first people there? What's that like? I wonder because never for me.
No, I think that I was probably engaging in pre-dance activities, which might have included illegal substances such as
Yeah.
alcohol prior. So no, I was not going to be one of the first ones knocking at the door to get in. Have you?
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. I wonder what it's like to be one of the first people there. It's like empty. Who starts dancing and when? If you were ever early for a dance, please let us know what that's like because I would walk in, lights already off, like the lights are down low, the music's going, people are dancing. I just got to hop into a party. I wonder how it gets started though.
You know what though? I do remember at the beginning of maybe like middle school dances, things are a little bit interesting at first, and there's all these different people standing in different areas, and like what I think there's like one song probably that would play that would bring the people really together to start to get really groovy
Mhm.
and grind.
And grindy.
Mhm.
For
So,
sure.
like, what songs were your favorite, and what songs do you think could have taken that on?
Okay, I distinctly well, first, I'm gonna say some of the most basic ones. We gotta go with "Get Low" by Little John and the East Side Boys. I mean, come on.
Yes.
They still have to play that at every wedding.
I mean, that song is timeless. I can't believe I'm saying that. And little did we know at the time that we were in a cultural hotspot of
Mhm.
music that will forever be played.
Yes. And who would have thought that Little John and the East Side Boys would go down in history?
That was out when we were, I would say, like 8th grade probably is when that song got hot. Because I remember
Yeah.
it came out around the time of like Shake Your Tail Feather. Loved
Yes.
that song.
Snap dances at the Y. I remember it there, and that was junior high for me. I distinctly remember Homecoming freshman year, Gold Digger by
Oh,
Kanye West being like everyone's favorite.
lots of beeps. Lots of beeps.
Lots of beeps and Maddie knew every word.
I did. I loved
Yeah.
Kanye.
I mean, yeah, he was also thriving at that time.
Tipsy by Jaquan, which was just recently kind of redone by the Shabuzi
Mhm.
guy.
The Shabuzi guy?
Yes, I don't really know Shabuzi, but I do know
Yeah.
Tipsy by Jaquan. Tips. Like,
We got everybody in the club getting tipsy.
and we were just grinding our little, 14-year-old
A-holes
asses
off.
off to that
Yeah.
song, which I couldn't
It
believe
was
they would
perfect.
play.
It was perfect. I also remember, I think it was a Sadie Hawkins dance, maybe. I forget the theme, but they had rings that flashed, like they lit up and blinked. And when Grills came on by Nelly, we all put them in our mouths and like went like this, and you could see the colors through our teeth because it was dark.
Oh, that's fun. I don't remember that, but I'm sure I
Yeah,
was right there.
Grills. Grills was another big one.
By Paul Wall and Nelly, right?
Yes,
And then Nelly, I
absolutely.
mean, the banger that came on, Hot in Her, everybody went
Mhm.
fucking crazy when that song.
Oh, you were sweating by the end of that song.
Oh yeah, you walk out of the dance and you are just soaked head to toe.
Steamy.
And God knows what bodily fluids.
Oh my god, don't even say that.
No, but seriously, like, remember? Yeah, like, people were get down and dirty.
Mhm. Okay, last one for just, like, general songs because I feel like we could go forever with this. Ignition Remix by R.
Oh,
Kelly.
okay, R. Kelly's such a piece of shit, but that song was such a banger, dude.
I know. Unavoidable at that time, even if it's problematic now.
So good. Um,
So good.
yeah, we grew up at the best time ever. I will continue to say this. Like,
I
us as
agree.
millennials, I feel like the time that we were in middle school and high school was the ultimate best music time ever.
Mhm. Did you did you slow dance? You never had dates. Did you slow dance? Do you remember what slow dance songs you would
I have slow danced, but I don't I didn't care enough to remember the person or the song. Like, I
Mhm.
got asked to dance and then I would just do it, but I wasn't like interested in the person. That
It
sounds
was
so
like
bad.
still the, like, arms wide apart, like,
Yeah.
fully extended, hands on shoulders, hands on waist, so
Yes.
robotic.
Here's like middle school Maddie's thought process. Like, I should probably say yes so that I have this experience and then I've done it before. And so like I would just say yes and then be like, oh man, this sucks. And like kind of dance the whole time. And then feel
Yeah, and
like it
be
was
like,
horrible
"Wow,
and awkward the entire time.
and check that one off the list, never doing that again."
Well, yeah, I mean I continued to because everybody else was, but God, I'm
Ah, I still am scarred by the song "I Don't Wanna Miss a Thing" by Aerosmith because that was, like, the number 1. It was, like, right before the dance was, like, shutting down, and they're squeezing in a few last slow dance songs.
I think I was out the door.
I don't
I was like, I
know.
gotta get to Happy Joe's. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that and You and Me by Lifehouse.
Oh,
Do you not really remember any?
no. A slow song? No.
Oh, one last one. Apologize. One Republic.
Somebody said that somebody sent us a message.
Did they?
Sean Owen said, One Republic, Stop and Stare. That's what I was thinking of. Is
Oh,
that a song that was
well,
a slow down?
no, apologize was it's too late to apologize.
Okay.
It's too late. Remember, everyone had that as their MySpace song at one point when it
I
came
hated
out.
that song. I'm sorry. I was such a contrarian little bitch. I'm working on
Wow,
it.
wow.
I'm working on it to this day.
Oh, this is so fun. Yeah, I forgot. Jake Roth wrote Sandstorm, waiting for Sandstorm to come on, and then proceeding to hilariously rage.
That actually was a fun song.
Oh, that's when the smells would really start circulating because
Yes.
everyone would just be jumping up and down with their fists. And this was before Jersey Shore. We were doing it for
Yes.
the Sandstorm.
Or back in the day when when this hardcore song like Trapped Headstrong would come on, people
Oh,
would kind of like headbang. Do you remember that
headstrong,
song?
I'll take you
Yeah.
on. Headstrong, I'll take on
Oh
anyone.
yeah, that song was so badass back in the day. Like
Oh, yeah, for sure.
it was for like the heavy listeners.
And let's not forget the line dancing music.
Oh no.
Choreographed music, whatever you wanna call it. We
You know
kinda touched
what?
on this on our wedding episode,
But I
but
loved it at these dances because we learned them in gym class like that year. The same year
yeah.
we were kind of learning the electric slide, we were learning some of those things. And so I honestly probably loved this because I was so awkward that like I was like, great, let me just follow the crowd. Everyone's doing the same thing. This is fantastic. I don't have to
You're
like
like, "Wow, I'm really fitting in right
I
now."
don't have to like look a guy in the eyes that I'm not like this is great.
So we obviously have the cha-cha slide in there.
Yep. Back then, great song. I think I got sick of it by the time I turned, 19.
Yeah, for sure.
Now I'm done.
And Crank That Soldier Boy.
Oh, yes,
I
the
know a
one
few
said they love
people
it.
wrote that too, but
Okay,
that
I
was a
thought that
hit.
we were too old for that. What year did that come
No.
out?
No.
It came out in 2007, so we were like juniors.
Okay, that makes sense. And then my senior year it would have been because that makes sense because then Mary would have been playing volleyball with me. She taught me the
You
Spider-Man one. Yeah, they
No
had
idea what
different
you're
versions then. I wouldn't have known if it wasn't for her.
I was pretty
But
much a 30-year-old woman by the time I was a senior in high school. I was definitely not going to the dances anymore.
yeah, no, we would do that at volleyball
Oh, okay.
as senior year. But yes. So
Shauna
the
Paul.
songs.
Shauna Paul. I forgot about Shauna Paul.
Fati naughty. What did he say?
None the something is shocking not
Shati
to
fati naughty.
on the way that Congo. I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right
Dun,
temperature
dun,
for
dun,
shelter you from the
dun, dun,
storm.
dun.
Oh la, should have got that right. That was actually looking back. That should have been more popular than it was.
He was our Bad Bunny.
I think he was just on in the background, but nobody like listened to him.
Yeah.
But the radio was blasting him in our faces, and we're like, "All right, we'll take this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll listen."
But one thing's for sure, I was not a bleacher sitter. I was definitely in the crowd dancing.
Me too. Like, and I was shy, and like you said I was an honors girl, but
Yeah.
I could drop it low, okay?
Oh, were you? I wish I could go back in time and pay more attention
But
to everyone around me for that matter.
I remember like a small group of people, like when you would be on the dance floor, you would look at these experienced dancers and be like, holy shit, what lifestyle have you been living that I have no idea what's going on? And they knew how to move their
Yes.
booties, get
I have a few
low.
people in mind right now.
The two that we're thinking of, yes, like the two
Are you thinking of Brooke
and Shelby.
and Shelby?
in 7th grade, somebody told me what a blowjob was when I went to middle school, or we called it junior high then because we only had 7th and 8th grade. And when they said that you would put a penis in a mouth, I was on the floor, flabbergasted beyond belief that like that is something that somebody would do. And then I went to the dance and I was like, oh my God, they're probably doing the blowjob. Like what? Like it was
They're
crazy.
doing the blowjob in the bathrooms, maybe?
Mind blowing. I
Yeah.
just, my mind was blown. And then you go to the dances, it's like 10 times. Like you learn what a boner is, and because you see
You
them,
feel it for the first time.
I don't even, yeah. Like, it's crazy shit going on in those middle school gyms, dude.
Dude, speaking of more advanced grinders, I had to give a shout out to Kelsey. She messaged me and said she specifically remembers thongs being a huge thing. All the sexual gals made sure you could see them, like at Y night. And then I started thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, didn't we call those whale tails?
Yes, that's a whale tail, baby. No, I went to one Y night. I think I was scared off. That was
It's intense there.
whoa. That
Yeah.
was called a snap dance, I believe.
Yes, the
Julia,
Y snap
I think
dance.
Julia said snap dance, and that was
Yeah.
eye-opening, honestly, more than a middle school dance, because like there was no accountability since it was all of the schools. It wasn't just your school, and there were no
Yes.
teacher chaperones.
But also it was kind of cool to watch the schools combine because I remember I don't think I ever really went to a Wahlert dance, but I had some Wahlert friends that would come to Y dances.
Mm. I think we went to Hempstead dances sometimes, but yeah, never a
We
Waller.
did. Yeah.
What was that like? Let us know
Yeah. What did
in
you
your
guys
Catholic
do?
your Catholic dances.
Yeah.
Also, do you remember there was like a foam party or something out at the fairgrounds or something weird? Did anybody go to that?
I remember hearing about it, but I did not participate.
I don't think I did either, but there were some weird teen dance situations. Whoever the fuck is throwing these needs to get a fucking life.
They're
Because
like, this sounds like a good idea. Oh
like
yeah, and
I
let's
want to
make it
go
teen based.
chaperone a
Yeah.
bunch of middle school and high schoolers dancing.
Insane. Insane. So yeah, we had the advanced grinders and then we were just average dancers, which is great. That was me. What other types of people do you remember from the dances?
I think that I probably wasn't paying as much attention to them at the time because I was like balls deep in the center of the mosh pit or whatever. But
Mhm.
there had to be people that just stood along the sides and just didn't really
Oh
dance
yeah.
and kind of, or the swayers,
The wallflowers
or the ones that
that
would like
just
play
kind
little
of yeah.
games and run around the gym on the outside because they were like the same age as us, but like mentally probably like a year or two younger
Yeah.
that just weren't ready
Yep.
yet, but showed up for the event, which props to you, dude, for showing up. Love that for
Yep.
you.
There were always like an overly hype male that like is trying to start a mosh pit at any given time, like when Lincoln Park comes on.
Oh my God, Lincoln Park. Hell yes. That was also one of those like badass things. Then there's like the group of, the punk, emo, goth
Mhm.
kid kind of situation that
Yeah.
would also pray that one of their songs were going to come on that night.
Yeah. Chances were low, but they were a little hopeful.
Yes, they were still young, horny kids just trying to make it in this world and maybe smooch a girl that night.
Smoochy. There was the digital camera paparazzi.
Yeah.
So the one always flashing the which surprisingly wasn't me at a dance. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't remember ever carrying a camera with me.
No, not during the dance, but this was like the switch over from Kodak throwaway cameras, disposable cameras,
Mhm.
to the digital cam. We had like the whole, like we saw the evolution of the camera throughout like our middle school to high school situation.
Yeah, for sure. And then lastly, I had the teacher's pet hanging out with the chaperones, making small talk with the teachers.
One of the swears, like very uncomfortable in that situation.
They're
Probably helped
tattling on
plan the
all the
dance.
people tattling on all the people that are grinding.
Probably helped plan the dance. Probably should be owing our allegiance to that person to this day.
Yeah. Speaking of, though, remember seeing some of my favorite teachers as chaperones, and then they go in, and one time I got a flashlight flickered at me, when they're like, "Hey, you're moving too far," and I was so embarrassed. Like, I immediately wanted to crawl under the bleachers and die.
Oh my
And
god.
I was never even dancing hard.
I love that you had that experience though, because like that's awesome. I've
Yeah.
never
Oh,
no.
they, like, spotlight you and be like, "Hey!"
They're probably looking for you. You had a little boyfriend during that time, so maybe they're
Yeah.
like, "We're gonna
They
watch her.
probably thought more was happening
We're
than
gonna
there actually
protect her."
was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, you guys
protect
were like you
Lexie.
had a boyfriend in middle school that, like, everybody knew as a couple.
Yeah, but little did they know, Ted did not grind.
No, it's Ted.
No, he would stand, and I would just be like, "Ah!"
He was just happy to be there.
Yeah. Anyways.
I love that we can look back and laugh now.
Oh, same. Is he my favorite ex? My
Honestly, yeah. Pretty low
probably.
drama here for that
Y
one.
yeah. But there speaking of drama,
Did you ever run into any drama in a high school dance? Like, did you ever fight with a boyfriend or anything, whether it was middle school or high school?
I did get in the middle of a couple dancing one time in order to make my friend that was sad that it wasn't her dancing with the guy feel better, and big mistake.
And the girl that you were trying to help was Erica?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out Erica if you're listening.
Shout out Erica. But yeah, I
Erica
learned my
E.
lesson in that. I was trying to be playful and silly, and the other girl did not find it as such. We'll
Yikes.
leave that at that.
Lesson learned.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about kind of like the more casual dances and what we wore to those. We need to talk about how fucking ugly the dresses that we would wear to the more formal events were.
Well, Lexi, the homecoming dresses and the prom dresses are really a rite of passage. Every single generation has their own styles. I've lately been seeing, since it is October right now, a lot
Mhm.
of the young gals are wearing shorter, more form fitting dresses
Yes.
these days, which was not the case, I don't think, when we were in high school. Ours were quite a bit different.
Yes, and you're right. My neighbor across the street was getting ready for homecoming, and she showed me her dress, and she looks so good, so good. She's such
Mhm.
a beautiful girl. She looks like she's like 25. Like
Mhm.
it is so adult, and I also have to note that our generation was so well known for pairing sandals with a formal dress.
Like flip-flops, I feel
Like
like.
flip-flops with maybe some rhinestones on them. We tried making them look a little
Yeah.
elevated, but flip-flops always, even in the winter, it didn't matter. Whereas now the kids these days are wearing real heels.
Mhm. And actually, they are taking the style from, like, the late '90s quite a bit, like, those really strappy even the square toe strappy is really back
Mhm.
in, which is interesting
Yeah.
too. But when we were
Yeah.
in high school, so for homecoming, short was the thing, but not super short, maybe, like, knee length,
Yeah.
and something, patterns and bright colors were really in, like, nobody was just wearing, like, a classy black or red dress like they are now, like, God bless, like, they have better style, I would say now. But I
I
remember
wore a black dress, but I was a special kinda special.
oh, yes, but you did always like a plain color. I wore a zebra dress
Maddie.
with yellow.
I wore that same dress,
Did
and it
I
was like a mustard yellow. It was so ugly. I You wore it, then I wore it, then my sister wore it, and every time someone would wear it, my mom would be like, "My god, why do you guys like this dress?"
so we all just you guys oh my god, was it the sisterhood of the
The
zebra dress? Like,
traveling
how
dress,
if
yeah,
you saw Lexi, myself, and her sister, we are all completely different
completely
sizes, and the way
different,
that
yeah.
the fact that we would all fit into this is comedy.
Yes, it's hilarious. Because I mean, first of all, we didn't have boobs at all, and my sister does. And then, yeah, you're very
Does.
tall, I'm short, like, yeah, it's a mystery, but we loved that damn dress, and looking back at it, I don't know why.
The sisterhood of them what is it? The sisterhood of the traveling zebra dress. We have
Yeah,
that. We own this.
we have that together.
Wow, I didn't know
Amazing.
that. I don't remember that. That's great.
Yeah. I remember showing up to homecoming one year. I had a bright royal blue dress. It kind of cinched. It was like a bubble skirt bottom to it and cinched with like this little like diamond, like, would you call it a
Call it a rhinestone, baby.
brooch?
That ain't a
Like a
diamond. But it was
rhinestone
like
brooch?
satin.
Yes, it was shiny, and then I showed up to homecoming, and one of my friends was wearing the same exact dress, but we actually, like, loved it. If it was someone that I didn't like, I would've been pissed, but since it was her, I remember we were like, "Oh my god," and we took a picture together.
You guys,
But,
it was the dress you're thinking of. It was that
yeah,
strapless dress that's
yeah,
kind of structured with that bubble skirt that
yes,
everybody had in a different color, a slightly varied
yes,
situation.
yep, that was it.
And I envied it because it was gorgeous. Like, they were
Yeah,
amazing at the time.
they looked good, actually. A lot of the dresses we liked back then were pretty frumpy, and that one was a little more form-fitting, and it looked good. I
We'll have
look
to
back
post
and I'm not mad.
we'll have to post pictures of I think we have pictures of you, I, and Sam Deere before freshman homecoming, and the dresses were kind of shorter, but again, they were more fluffier.
Okay, but here's the other thing about me. My mom would buy me a dress for almost any of my dances, but if I got invited to a different school dance, I had to wear my sister's hand-me-downs. And so I remember freshman year, I I think freshman year, I borrowed my brother's at the time his girlfriend's dress that she wore into like their prom or something. And they're 7 years older than us.
Really?
It was like a rust brown dress that I had, like, taken in. I don't know why I always loved, like, browns and blacks and stuff, but I distinctly remember making Mark, my date that year, find a rust brown shirt
Oh,
to match
no.
it and, like,
Poor Mark.
yeah, a little ridiculous, but shout
He's
out
too
to all
nice
the
for
people
that.
out there that had to wear hand-me-down dresses because basically half of my dresses were pinned in to fit me, and they were from a different decade.
I love that actually though. Like, I never realized that at the time, but like that's pretty badass of you, to be honest. Like, people were not wearing old dresses or thrifting, and like that was not cool, but somehow you made it look cool.
And then moving on to prom, I know Maddie didn't go, but
Hey, I
in
did
my
go
time.
to a prom dinner before prom one time. So I wore a
Ooh,
prom dress to a dinner, but didn't
what
go to
did
the
it
dinner.
look like?
I borrowed it from Jenny Lent, who was class pres of '08. Shout out.
Mhm.
I don't know if she listens. But she let me borrow her strapless, like, light yellow dress. It was actually really pretty. Um, thanks.
I borrowed Brittany Muntz's dress my junior year, and it was, like, the prettiest, like, princess, like, light pink dress that was a corset top and then just the poofiest bottom ever. I remember my homecoming picture was my date popping out of the bottom of it because it was just
Oh,
like, I felt like a princess, you know? And which
yes.
wasn't me at the time at all, but I thought it was she was so cool and pretty in it that I was like, "Oh my god, yes, I'll wear that dress." She kinda offered it up to me.
Yes, that was our style in 2008, 2009. The tight top, poofy bottom was very, very
Mhm.
in. And now that my cousins just graduated from high school, they're wearing sleek, cute, long dresses. And it is just so different because we're like
Yeah.
poofy princess crazy dresses. It's so
Mhm.
crazy to see how they change.
The guys didn't really do anything too special.
No, those assholes, they don't do shit. They just wear a fucking tie and a button-up shirt.
Yeah, let's just move along from that.
Yeah. All right. Okay, we're gonna finish this up quickly here. Okay, so the dance is over. Where are you going?
Happy hoes. What about you?
If it's middle school, Happy Joe's. I remember that was the part that I looked forward to the
Mhm.
most. Happy Joe's is our local pizza
The
joint. We
best
do
part.
and you would get pizza, drink some soda pop, and have a grand old time. A good old-fashioned time.
Yeah, but the majority of the kids hung out in the mall parking lot right across the street.
They did?
You didn't even know that?
Lexie, do you think that I was let
That's where
in on
we
the secrets
were.
of the cool people?
Yes, that's where we were, just, like, right across the street on the edge of
Are you
the mall parking
serious?
lot. Yeah.
Oh my god, you
We'd
never even went into Happy Joe's?
No, I mean, I would, but we'd, like, get back out there and hang out, hold hands, whatever else, you
Oh
know?
my god.
There's a big
I'm
group of
just
us.
finding out about this now.
Oh my
I
god.
just got invited in 2025 and this was happening in 2002 and 3.
Awkward.
22 years later, just got invited to the party.
Yeah, sorry to break it to you, but half the party was in the parking lot, and I loved how everyone would call it Happy Hoes instead of Happy Joes.
So
We
dumb.
thought we were so cool.
Happy Hose and Pizza Slut. Cool.
What?
That's what people
Who
call
called
it.
it pizza slut?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just repeating what the cool kid said.
Oh my god. Are you sure? Was it one of your friends that said I'm just kidding.
What friends?
And then you go home from Happy Joe's, probably have a group sleepover, immediately log into AIM or
Oh,
MSN
yes.
Messenger,
Talk to the boys and the
a
girls
little
that
bit
you were just at the dance
more.
with.
Yeah, talk about all the drama and probably put on a DVD
What movie you
and hit
watching?
the hay. Probably Bring It On.
Hmm?
Bring It On, probably. That
It's a
was
good
always
one.
my go-to.
Okay, I'm sure we forgot everything that your memories were, people, but this is
Yeah.
ours.
But you guys should let us know if we missed anything. Share your stories with us. We'd love to
Actually, you
hear
just
it.
should have before when we asked you to share your
Yeah. Can you
memories.
guys be a little more proactive about it next time?
Just kidding. I think we covered it. But yeah, it's Friday night. I wish I was going to a school dance, but instead I'm going to go pack my bags and get ready for the weekend.
She's leaving on a jet plane.
We're actually driving because we're bringing my dog.
Oh my god, I love
What's our
that.
really
I
so
didn't know
early?
that.
Oh yeah, Sai is gonna whoop it up
Oh.
in Colorado.
Oh my gosh. Have so
He's
much fun.
he's a typical mountain dog, so he's really gonna do
He's really gonna rip it up in the wilderness there.
my 9-pound Yorkie poo.
Sigh gone wild. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in every Friday for new episodes on Apple and Spotify. And also follow us on social media on everything at
Instagram
What You're Mad.
and TikTok.
Yes.
Thanks. Happy
Thank
Friday. See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.